Could force your cell phone provider to stop sharing your information with third parties who want to link individual browsing habits with actual people.
We've been waiting all hour to bring in the Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Have at it, Judge.
Well, this is very, very disturbing that Senator Al Franken, yes, that Al Franken, has suddenly recognized that information from our cell phones, even when they're turned off, like every place the cell phone has been and every conversation that has taken place on it, and even conversations like this one, where we're talking with an earshot of it, can be transmitted by this to the government, somehow is available to private industry, and he's not worried about it being available to the government. Stated differently, he voted in favor of extending the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act lets federal agents seize this cell phone information from telecoms without a search warrant. But he's worried about the telecoms selling this information to marketers. Guess what, Senator Franken? It's against the law for the telecoms to sell private information about the use of cell phones to telemarketers. It's against the Constitution for the federal government to seize that information without a search warrant, even though you've authorized the federal government to do so, and even though he also voted to immunize the federal government from litigation when it does so. So basically, we have a federal law that the federal government is enforcing against private industry, but not against itself.
Will that change eventually, though? We're in very dangerous territory in terms of the use of...
We're in an era where the government has caused people to surrender freedom in favor of an illusory safety. And as long as people are so afraid that they're willing to give up their freedom, the nonsense like what Senator Franken has said and statutes like the ones he's voted in favor of will take our freedoms away from us because we have this false sense of security as a result of giving up the freedom. Do you feel safer because the feds can seize everything they want in there without going to a judge to get a search warrant? Of course not.
I just think people don't understand. I think it's out of sight, and I think people don't understand the potential danger and abuse that lurks by private companies or the government of your personal information.
In fairness to Senator Franken, and I was mocking him because he's not concerned with the feds failing to enforce the law against themselves. His interest with respect to selling this information is in favor of privacy, and I share that interest. But I wish he would go one step further and say, you guys have to enforce the laws against yourself.
Right, no, we understand. So what do you think, then, just to expand it and get a final word on it, that the trend line will be over the next however many years against privacy, or will we see a reversal of that because of technology, as you see, fear of terrorism, all those things, or will there be at some point a reversal of
both? President Obama and Governor Romney support the Patriot Act and support the march against privacy. The Libertarian Party candidate, who's not likely to win but is on the ballot in all 50 states, former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson, is opposed to the destruction of privacy and to the Patriot Act. But short answer is, we're stuck with this for a while, Connell. We really are. Whole generations of Americans will be born and come of age not knowing what privacy is.
Because they choose, though, because they're giving it up. I mean, you're talking about, hey, here are the 8 TV shows I watched last night on television.
The Patriot Act was not passed with a gun to our heads. The Patriot Act was passed in an environment of fear where people thought they would become safer by giving up freedom, and now we're less safe, less free, and saddled with the statute.
As always, thanks for your analysis.